Hello guys, so I've already started unbraiding my hair. 1 month old cornrows. This is the growth that I have. That's the growth. So I just want to talk to you about some of the things that I'd do if I was starting out on my natural hair care journey, wanting to retain the length of my hair, reduce breakage, and things that I'd recommend, because I've been on this hair care journey for quite some time now. I believe for plus years there are things that I've gotten right and things I've gotten wrong that have really costed me. So I want to share all that with you guys. So yeah, take a seat. Let's do it together, right? So first thing that you can do to retain length, and one thing that is very essential is to know how to retain the length itself. Our hairs do grow, that's for the fact. Our hairs do grow naturally without using hair oils, without using any other thing. Our hairs do grow, but length retention depends on practices such as finger detangling your hair, avoiding tight hairstyles that would break off your hair. When it comes to finger detangling, this is normally during takedown of your protective hairstyles. So make sure you finger detangle your hair properly. Just be gentle, take your time, finger detangle your hair properly, and just make sure you get all your strands. And please guys, while you're working on your hair, make sure you have a lot of time on your hands, because this is tasking enough. So you have to set a stand side or time that you take out your hair properly without yanking any strands, without causing breakage like this, because breakage is the number one cause of stunted hair growth. So that will be losing a lot of hair. So as you see here, I've already removed one cornrow. So I'm going to work in sections with finger detangling. And first of all, before working on your hair, one thing you must make sure is you just go ahead and wet your hair. In here I have water. I've mixed water and conditioner to just make my hair soft and manageable to work on, so to get that flip. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll just go in. That's how I'm finger detangling, being very gentle and just making sure that all the shade hair come out. Shade hair is very normal, but you want to prevent breakage. I'm so sorry for the background noise. There is construction going on in this neighborhood. I have no control over that, but yeah, will do. I hope it's not as distracting. You can hear me well enough. So yeah, that's one thing to do while I'm braiding your hair. So first things first, you must moisturize your hair. Put in water, plain water, or adding a conditioner. Just get that flip. So I'm done with this section. What I'm going to do now is just put it in a twist, then go over to the other section and just finger detangle gently. Another thing that I'd advise is that if you have split ends, make sure to be trimming them out regularly, because split ends travel from the roots, from the tips over here to the roots of the hair, and when your hair splits from down, it will reboot the structure of the hair. Your hair will start thinning out, becoming less and less weak, and it acquire prone to breakage. So that's something you want to take into consideration. It's not a must to trim every now and then, but when need be. I think I've taken like it's been like 6 months that I haven't trimmed, and I think my hair needs a trim. Look at those rough edges. I think my hair needs a trim. I'll be trimming later on. So trimming is also one of the good practices for the natural hair gallery to protect your hair and to retain hair, maintain your hair that you've grown, and also to encourage further hair growth, right? So when you have a protective hairstyle in, I'd highly recommend moisturizing your hair. Moisturizing your hair, first of all, moisture comes from water. You can moisturize your hair with water itself, then you seal it with an oil. I've seen these Ayurvedic oils where you can use um, things like fenugreek, you can use rosemary leaves, you can use cloves to make your oils or butters. Those things are good, but first things first, make sure you retain the length on your head. And when it also comes to length retention, I think putting your hair away from the factors, environmental factors, or even items such as bed sheets or with covers which are rough to the hair will also lead to breakage. So you have to protect your hair from those factors, especially when you sleep at night. Make sure you have a satin bonnet, satin or silk bonnet or pillowcases that will protect your hair from tangling, from friction, because cotton cotton fabrics are culprits to seeping out moisture from your hair. You don't want to be sleeping on cotton pillowcases or any cotton fabric or any other fabric other than silk and satin, because they'll slip away moisture from your hair. They'll also cause friction, which will lead to tangling of the hair and it will lead to breakage of the hair. So those are just some of the things. Don't mind, I'm all over the place, but I think you get whatever I'm trying to say. So I have these sections all done. I'll go ahead, continue with these sections, and I continue rambling, giving you tips. This is a chill video. I'll just be here and there, all over the place. It's just a chill video, but it's full of wide nuggets that will help you in your hair growth journey. So stay tuned to the very end. So right now let's talk about protective styling. I'll be talking out of my own experience, and you're free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you agree with me. If you don't, if you have contrary view, that's fine. So for me, the protective styling starts. Okay, protective styling. The protective styles that work for me basically is just braiding my hair down, whether it be in a cornrow or mini twist or mini braid. I really find them that they do work well for me. I also do love adding extensions, but rarely will you find me with extensions nowadays. I also realized or noticed that there's a time I had these extensions on my hair and my scalp. I had issues with my scalp, so to me, I thought the braids were the reason why I had blisters and all that bad stuff on my scalp. So I try as much to braid my natural hair on its own and just let it dry in itself. Also, when you have your natural hair braided, or you just have your natural hair without the extension, it's a little bit easier to moisturize your hair while it's on that stage, right? So, as I said, cornrows and mini braids work for me. Then there was also a time I used to braid my hair. Okay, I used to braid the cornrows, right? Then I used to adding extension. I used to do crochet extensions and I would leave them for like 3 months and my hair would dry when I remove them. I used to love, those were my days back in school. I didn't have much time to work on my hair, so I'd leave them for 3 months, but I would moisturize regularly and my hair would thrive in the cornrows. In essence, basically what I'm just trying to say is if you have your protective style in, make sure that it's not super tight, it's not choking your hair, it's not so, like let's say the mini, are they called mini braids with the extension? Those things I think are super, they're a culprit to hair breakage and hair loss, especially at the hairline, so you want to avoid them as much as possible. But if hair growth and hair length retention is not your goal in terms of hair volume, treat, yeah, just do whatever works for you. These I'm just speaking out of my own experience. That's what I love and that's what works for me. So yeah. When it comes to my wash days, normally the sets are super simple and I don't use a lot of products. I don't buy a lot of products. So for my shampoo, I normally use, if I don't have shampoo at hand, I'll use the normal bar soap. I know some people will say that's bad, but that's what I do when I don't have shampoo at hand. Then I usually use a cheap conditioner to condition my hair. Then for my protein treatment, I usually do an avocado hair mask. In that hair mask, I normally put egg. I use 2 egg yolks in that avocado mask. Then you can also add honey to that because honey acts as a humectant. It will help you. Um, it will help your hair absorb a lot of moisture quickly. So you can add honey. You can also add any herb that you want in your hair mask. Just be creative and do whatever it is. You're not limited. So yeah, that's how my wash days normally are. One thing I'd really stress, I'd still stress is finger detangling. If you don't have the time to finger detangling, make sure you right foot comb. The right foot comb will enable you to avoid breakage on your hair strand. Yeah, as you see, okay, I've also added water and the conditioner to my hair. My hair is damp, not so damp, not so wet, but it's manageable. And I'm just going in and working all the knots and tangles out smoothly because I want to retain my hair, the hair that have grown out over the period of a month. I don't want to break my hair. I want to retain all that length. So I'll just go in. I've missed my hair out. I've missed working on my hair and I love me. See that coming out so easily and smoothly. I'm getting a lot of shade hair, but that's perfectly okay. Shade hair is okay. So let me go to this other section, then I'll twist them together. The main thing is to be gentle. Be gentle as possible. And just remove all the knots. Like I feel a knot over here, so I'm just going to get it out. I'll take my time just to get it out. without causing any damage. After I'm done with that section, I just flip it and put it away. So over here it is, I'm just twisting this, twisting. Yeah, so I'll go ahead work on these other sections, then I'll come back.